Oh, to be so right and so wrong at the same time. Oh. So yesterday I posted a video talking about everything that we know about this Eminem album coming out. I got a few things wrong. I got a few things surprisingly right. So let me get into all of this and I'll explain everything to y'all. So in my video, we go over the Death of Slim Shady, the trailer. We go over everything Eminem has done on Instagram to promote this new album, the text messages, the promotional material. And I talked about this thing that he posted on his Instagram story. Slim Shady basically imitating Houdini, a trick that Houdini used to do where he'd tie himself up, dunk, and go into a dunk tank, and he would be able to break out without any help. Well, thanks to a bro in the comments that corrected me, turns out this was at the beginning of the Role Models music video that came out last century, as he said in the comment. Embarrassing indeed. I really can't believe I didn't see this. It's been a minute since I've actually seen the Role Models music video in my defense, but I probably should have figured that one out. I even like watched it and thought like, that looks like a younger Eminem, but you know, makeup. It's not impossible for him to look like his younger self. He's done it before. He could do it again. But while I was talking about that and trying to predict what this could possibly mean, I talked about how maybe this was the beginning of a music video that he's going to drop on the 31st. And I even made reference to Houdini in the original video. I even cut this part out of the video because I thought it was a reach. You could imagine how much I was kicking myself last night for this. So there's a lot going on in this. Basically, this is Eminem's last trick, right? He's going off of the text, showing Eminem's death-defying stunt. Are we saying that he's going out like Houdini? And so when this came out yesterday.
Hey, what's going on, Marshall?
David, what up, man? Yo, listen, I need your help with something.
Yeah, whatever you need.
Well, first of all, I just want to say, you know you're the greatest to ever do it, right?
We should do something together one time.
So, what I was wondering is, like, how far can we go with this magic? Like, can we do, like, a stunt or something?
You mean something like this? Excuse me, I just need this.
Well, for my last trick,
him talking to David Blane eating glass, which, okay. Nah, I mean, it's probably sugar glass, right? Like, we're all familiar with, it's more movie magic than magic, but
I'm gonna make my career disappear.
Wait, what?
Eminem says, I'm gonna make my career disappear, which could mean many different things. It's hard to really tell. I personally think it means he's gonna go so crazy and say so much outlandish stuff on this album that he's gonna get himself canceled. He's gonna destroy his own career. What do y'all think? But then this dropped at the very end.
What?
Houdini 531. I was so close to calling it, so close. But after I saw that last night, I went and I started to research Houdini just to see if I could talk about anything that might be relevant to this Eminem album and inform y'all about something that maybe you didn't know about Houdini. He is from 2 centuries ago. So Harry Houdini, the real name Eric Weiss, in the early 1890s with his brother Dash. He got his big break in 1899 when people began to take notice of his escape acts, and he began to lean into this as his main attraction. And he became rather successful doing this, making over $300 a week. Thing is, at that time, $300 a week was like $10,000 a week now. It was a good living. He would go around for the next 20 years, performing all over Great Britain, and he became one of the world's highest paid entertainers. At the age of 52, Houdini would suffer from peritonitis, or the swelling of the abdomen, possibly related to this trick that he would do, where he would have people punch him in the gut. No joke. He would go on for the next week and a half in great pain, experiencing insomnia, not being able to sleep, and later ended up going to the doctor to find out that he was running an 102 fever, and the doctor advised him to go into surgery immediately. Houdini, having to perform later, ignored this advice and decided to go on with the show. On October 24th, 1926, he would do his last performance with 104 fever at the Garrick Theater, where he would take the stage and reportedly pass out or pass away on stage, and he would be revived only to continue his performance. And then afterwards, he would go to the hospital, Grace Hospital, where he would die on October 31st at the age of 52 in Detroit, Michigan. You seeing how this all loops together now? Houdini passed away in Detroit, Michigan because of his antics. You remember how they worded it in that article that Eminem posted in the paper? Due to his own games and antics, Houdini passed away in Detroit, Michigan. I think we all can see how hilarious or unfortunate these coincidences are. I think this is a brilliant comparison that Eminem is making, and it seems like he's been aware of this comparison between Slim Shady and Houdini for a minute, as seeing as in the Role Models video, he references Houdini. I absolutely love how this is shaping up to be. This album seems like it is going to be awesome. And this rollout has been absolutely tremendous. And we're only just now getting the first single. The amount of hype that is built up around this Eminem album is tremendous. And like I said in my last video, Eminem doesn't do album rollouts. For the past couple albums, they've all just been surprise drops, no warning. So it's really refreshing to see Eminem do like a modern rollout, frankly, better than most rappers do. Posting on Instagram, getting celebrity cameos, and just being his own comedic self. It's nice to see Eminem still competing with the big dogs. Everyone had counted out Eminem. They figured that he wasn't going to play in this modern hip hop scene. He figured that it was they figured that it was past him, that he had passed this. And frankly, Eminem doesn't need to. He's surprise dropped 2 albums that have done better than the majority of rappers. But my goodness, is this album gonna be tremendous? I feel like I saw that some podcast was discussing whether or not Eminem's gonna flop with this album, and it's so funny that this is always the discourse. Like, is Eminem done? Is he gonna be washed? Is he too washed up to release a quality album that's going to perform well as far as numbers and sales? Of course, it's Eminem. Everything he does streams like crazy, is sold like crazy. He sells physical copies like nobody else still. And the fact that he's had such a tremendous rollout and now we're leading to a probably massive first single is just lets you know that this album is going to be huge. And the concept is just so dope. It's so fresh in a hip hop space where nobody really does this. No one's really doing this right now. A nice creative album like this. This is Eminem's lane, and I really can't wait for it. Let me know if y'all are excited for this new Houdini single and the album whenever that's going to end up coming out. I'll probably keep you posted on any more. If anything else crazy comes out about this album, knowing my luck, it's probably going to come out the moment I hit stop recording. So, I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Later.
You know, Mort, I think you're beginning to grow.
Well, sir, I don't know how much value I have in this universe. But I do know that I made a few people happier than they would have been without me. And as long as I know that, I'm as rich as I ever need to be. So I'll catch you on the rebound, your magnitude. Until next week, Nanu, Nanu.